It's Week 17 of the National Football League. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Falcons and the Commanders coming up next.
It has been a cold and blustery day in our nation's capital, but we are ready for football at Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gardner-Hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather, snow, and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf?
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go in our nation's capital. Now Isaiah Pacheco going to bring it out of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So the Falcons make their way out behind their new quarterback for 2024, signed back in March, the veteran Kirk Cousins.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game. Throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The numbers for Walker last week. 14 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Baron Browning, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
In motion right is Mingo. Here's Cousins. They'll drop this off to Pacheco. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They go play action. Cousins. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. When you look at this defense, they're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So here is Washington now backed up a bit to start their first drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Pushes past him. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That good for 19 and a first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 32-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 76 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Jacobs going to try the middle. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now Cousins. To the sideline and incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes add up into points against you. I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one. Is that now will wind up an incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He completes this to Walker. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The Commanders' offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he's been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we'll see much more of him as this game goes along. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 12-yard line.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Love looking to throw it. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. That's returnable now for Smith. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw it is Cousins. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Lots of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Julian Blackman who got a hand in to knock it away. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Commanders' offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this 1st quarter. They might very well lean on him the rest of the way. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Montez Sweat able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Throwing. Love. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's Jack Fox now. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here's Smith to return it. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Falcons offense set to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now to be...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Washington offense set to take over. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Here's Love. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing, Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Cousins now. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. To throw, Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. In motion, the tight end. Cousins. Steps away to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Pacheco is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 109 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
To throw now. Here's Love. He dumps this off to Dillon underneath. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. And this offense on 3rd down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
In motion left goes a tight end. Love with a give to Dillon. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now Love. That one complete to his receiver Jennings. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter.
Play fake. Cousins. And this one caught downfield by Evans. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Cousins to throw it.
Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Cousins.
And incomplete on the deep ball. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Tucker's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime.
In motion goes the tight end. Love. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jennings. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Love now.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Love from the gun. Over the middle, complete. It's Jennings. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Flush to his right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Working out of the gun. Love. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Falcons are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Atlanta regains possession of the football. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Following the interception, Cousins.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Cousins.
Looking deep here for Chase.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And the return man will shuffle through the white stuff, secure the fair catch with both hands.
The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40.
Love looking to throw it. Same target. It's Jacobs again.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. That one taken in by T. Higgins. 2nd down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To the air again. Love.
He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. So no gain on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Throwing. Love. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Straight ahead, Walker.
Room here to run.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the Giants who pick up the victory at home. Spencer Rattler, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, a touchdown run in the victory. The big story thus far has really been the snow. It's made footing treacherous, and if the forecast holds, it's only going to get worse. But I can tell you as a fan, these are the games you love to watch.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms, here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And that will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds them to just 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They go play action. Cousins airing this one out for Evans. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Here's Cousins. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
That is caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Cousins setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And out of bounds right around the 20.
44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Cousins. And that is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams would throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Play action now. Cousins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. To throw is Cousins. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And a Washington offense heading out.
A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10.
In motion left is Higgins. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. That's Byron Young, who ranged in that time and stopped him for a loss. Here's Love. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw now, here's Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
At the 39-yard line.
From the gun, it's Dillon.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on
backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Love from the gun on third down. Open man is Higgins. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be fourth down. They're going to try and throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Play action this time with Love. Now he's stepping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Byron Young, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 114 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Love. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
He was defended by Christian.
Washington going to send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Falcons offense and Kirk Cousins getting ready for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him. And he'll look to keep it rolling right here. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Throwing, Cousins. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. Out left, he's got it to Everett. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
And now a jet sweep. This is Evans with it. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Now Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's still on his feet. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at Commanders Field. It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this 4th quarter. Now Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Love now. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Going back to Love. He dumps this off to Dillon underneath.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Open net, it's complete to Higgins.
And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20.
Big yardage that time for Washington.
47 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Running right, here's Dillon.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Falcons 20-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here.
Throwing, Love. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down.
That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now You know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Falcons offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Love looking to throw it. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
It only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Cousins to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Walker with a grab, left side. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. Now 2nd and 3. Now Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Cousins Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Shrugs him off. Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 3rd and 3. Cousins. This is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Gerald Everett from 4 yards out. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. To throw now. Here's Love. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins.
It's a gain of 2. And a Commander's first down.
Love. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Love. Dancing to his left. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
That's good for the Washington Commanders.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll check this down, complete to Dillon. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 2.
Working out of the gun. Love. That's caught by Jennings. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19.
18. That's another Commanders.
Love from the gun. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
At the 9-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Falcons offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. The Falcons send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Commanders' offense and T. Higgins ready for this next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. Love now. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. Throwing on 2nd and long. Love. A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Love. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. Being chased out left. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Atlanta, they get their 6th win of the season against 10 losses. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.